And hello again. What we are going to see, guess what? New version of For the Humans with the WHAM integration. On this version you can see it's much more like For the Humans. You have a lot more options like the export, the import from Google Colab, which can help a lot of people that can't execute it on their machine. You have this button that you can load the last PKL that you've created. You don't have to run it again or import it from anywhere. Just press here and it will load the information necessary to load the character. We have this character selection button, and this is important, the world button. I'm gonna show why it matters, and the import. Just to state something important, if you have For the Humans, you know that there is the VM for it. The WHAM uses another VM, so you have to install it. You don't have to install the For the Humans one to use the WHAM. They are separate. And I've done it already. There's another video showing how to do this, following the process. So let's go straight for it. Create a video, create an animation from a new video. So I just selected video and I'm gonna execute WHAM. I have here on my side the console panel so we can follow what's happening. And you can see all this part became red. The intention for it is to not be enabled, and that you know that you can't import a character while you don't have some files for that. So when executing WHAM, it clears the last execution that you've done, so you can't, for example, if you end up canceling the execute WHAM or something happens, you won't be able to load anything because there won't be a PKL over there to run. So it becomes unselectable, so you don't get an error. And I'm going to pause to wait for it to finish. Well, the process is done, and a cool thing that I advise you to do is after finishing, export it. And with the export button after creating the animation, you will have the name of the file on the already ready for use. Let me save this. Just change the name. I don't need those numbers, and export raw animation. Okay, now you have a way to import in case you want to use this animation again. But let's see how it goes. Let's import just to test. You see here it says just have one character. We can import it and see how it is. And it's done. Let me show the other options. Let me erase this. And for example, let me grab a more complicated one. This is Drag Sakaguchi. It has two characters. If we use it normally, you have to load the character one. Let's do that. And you have it here. Fine. Let's import the second one. And what happens is you see that the second character stays in place. Well, that's a problem. And how to solve this? Actually, that's why I added this world button. If you press it, you will make it local. So we can try it again. And you see that the first character basically didn't change. And the second one, here is the difference. So now you get a much better result that makes much more sense. And let's go to another example. For example, you have this video. Let's take a look on it. WHAM has a problem where sometimes it can't detect the character. And what's gonna happen is this. You saw that the video we had only one character, but it detects three. That's because after each part that it can't detect the character, it creates another one. So let's go and import it. I went back to the world setting and let's import it. What you see that happens is that it doesn't have the full animation. So let's get the other parts. And you can see here it continues the animation. So, but how do you get this animation to just one as it should? Actually, it's not that complicated. You can open an NLA editor and you see the animations here. You can press this button to put them on a strip, and here they are on a strip. You see this one is Amateur Action 5, this is 6, and this is 7. Well, now I don't need the other characters, I just keep my first one, and I'm gonna remove the second and the third. And now we can add the other strips that we saved. We can go to add action strip. That one was the 5, I guess. Yeah, the 5, and so we added the 6, and that's the 7th one here. Let me put this a little bit together, and this one too. Select everyone and put a transition, and now it should look fine, I hope. Oh, but it doesn't look fine. It's getting, you see some odd movements between the strips. That's because the world position usually don't work well between characters. So what do you have to do? You have to erase everything, sorry for that, and you have to enable world, or at least disable world. That will enable the local part. Sorry, I had to go to ask politely for the chicken to be quiet. Okay, you see local option here, and we have the fix the location. Why that is, I'm gonna disable it to show. Let's import the character. You can see here, let's take a look on this one only. And what happens? You see that it goes a little bit crazy here it's the y-axis. You see that he's annoyed at me, he's yelling at. Okay, you see that it acts a little bit strange. So let me erase this one again, and let's use the fix the location and import it again. What happens? It goes to the center of the grid on the y-axis. It's the location because I'm referring to the bone the location, not the world location. So it's more stable, and using this we usually can do a nice transition between characters if you have to, like this example. So let me erase it again. Okay, and let me import the first one. I like to import in order so it's easier to detect the strip. Let's do it. Import 1, import 2, and the third. Now we have our strips here, and like we did last time, we center the strip, send, send. We have 10, 11, and 12. Okay, let me put them here first. I can press Shift A to add the strip. Shift A. I have to select the strip first. And we get the 11. And let me get the 12. Okay, let me erase the other characters I don't need anymore. And we have selected 2 of them. Let me select the third one, shift right click and add a transition. And now hopefully it works fine. Let's see. You see the transitions work very well. You still have some problem on the movement that will have to be manually fixed. And well, that's it for today on this update. Hope you enjoyed it, and bye.